Hello everybody, Reggie Time here, and first of all, let me apologise for the watermark across the middle of the screen. I'm trying some new recording software today, and I don't want to pay for it until I have figured out if it's satisfactory or not. So for one video only, I apologise for that. Please though, do not let it stop you hitting the like and the subscribe. And if you are a subscriber but you haven't hit the little bell that gives you notifications of when my videos are uploaded, please do hit that too. We're playing 2 tables of 30NL and 2 tables of 10NL on Sky Poker. Games are looking super, super good. Yeah, we're looking forward to hopefully a fun session with plenty of action. We might win, we might lose, but I think one thing we can guarantee is it won't be boring, and which is the most important thing, of course, when you're making a video. I'm raising huge here because at this table, pre-flop raises just are not being respected. I wasn't sure whether to overlimp or to raise pretty big with the ace-10, and now we're just going to fire a small c-bet. This player has been playing kind of fit or foldy so far in a small sample. He check calls. We turn a flush draw, which if we hit it may well be good. I don't think he's going to fold to a second barrel, so he's going to try and realise our equity. Ace high might even be good once in a while. I don't think it will be, but it could be. And it was. Yeah, we've had so about 10x at this table, and we've had a player call with King 3. I've 6x, and we've had a player call with 6-4 off. We just whatever x we did that pot, and we had somebody call with ace 8 off. So limping is definitely going to be a thing at this table. Maybe even some open limping, because we're just going multi-way a heck of a lot of the time, and lots of hands. We don't want to be making £3 or like whatever. I don't know. I mean, I don't think I'll be doing any open limping because there's no aggression at the table. So it's not even like we're ever going to be able to set up like a limp raise. But I mean, I could be persuaded that open limping deuces and threes and things in early position, open limping some suited aces could be fine, and maybe we'll try it. Maybe we'll try it. We raised here. We got 2 callers. And kind of okayish flop, I guess. Kick it off with a small bet. The cool kids call these sort of bets, so we're just probing here. We're doing a probe. We're 1-bet probing is what some of the cool kids will say. And by cool kids, I mean kids who've never seen a fucking nipple in their lives, apart from their mothers when they were on the breast. Yeah, fucking 1-betting. Sorry, 2-betting, probing. Fuck off, all of you. It does trigger the shit out of me. Pocket 10s here. We're just going to bang it up. 10-8 in a limped pot. We're just going to continue checking. Ideally, this guy goes all in. This guy folds, and we just get to flip or maybe be crushed by his min-raise jam range. Now, please fold. That would make life much less complicated. Thank you. And there's a reasonable chance we're behind here because it's not been an aggressive table. So we could easily be behind, or we could be dominating. And then we could get fucked over anyway. Well, never mind. You love to see it. You love to see it. You don't love to see the suck out, but you love to see. You love the action. Pocket 8. Probably the 7x. These like super large raises. I do quite a lot of fun sessions in Discord now with some of the Sky guys where one of us will record our play and pick out spots for review. I've been providing quite a lot of the content for that at the moment. And last week I had a session with a very fun player that went on right into the early hours of the morning. It was almost daylight by the time we finished. It might even have actually been daylight by the time we finished. And Sky Poker legend and someone who I now consider a friend, Matt Bates, basically accused me of making fucking child-sized raises. Well, he didn't use the word child-size, but he basically said, fucking raise like a man. That's not a very manly raise. I think I'd raise 5x or something like that. And he was like, no, if you don't want to raise like a man, that's up to you. And he was obviously teasing me, but he was making a serious point that, what are you doing? If people are going to like call larger raises, and I already knew that. It's something I did a while ago, but then that kind of dropped out of my game a little bit. And could you most of the time when you're playing against like reasonable regulars, it's just not something you do. But when you're playing at tables like these, where like maybe this table's got 2 orange tags, but just a sea of blue and green, when people are limping, then oh dear, it appears that my internet's gone down for a brief moment, which is annoying. I'm just going to pause this while we fix it. We're going to play this nuts first, though, before we do. We're going to end up fucking up here with the 9-8, which is annoying, but what can we do? Right, pause. We just got back in time with the 9-8. We didn't manage to play the hand as aggressively as we would have liked, but at least we got back in the pot. And now my reload's not going to be working, which is annoying. I'm going to re-enable all of that at every table. To redo this. My computer needs to go to the menders. I fucked it up watching a boxing match on a snide stream. And now it just randomly disconnects itself from the internet from time to time for absolutely no good reason, as far as I can tell. It also no longer has a Bluetooth capability, so it needs to go to the menders. This guy just keeps betting small. I think we're going to keep calling with 2 overcards, and we get there with the queen. Is it going to be enough? Soon see. Just about enough. So hopefully that won't happen again with the disconnect. It doesn't happen very often. It's just annoying when it does. Because, I was looking there, the table's reloaded straight away, but sometimes on Sky, you have to close them all and fucking reopen them, and it's, the ball ache, which is my fault. I didn't want to watch the White Povetkin fight. Then someone sent me a link to it. I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch it then. Then the link they sent went down within like a minute. So I was like, oh, I want to watch this fight now. So I went searching for all kinds of dodgy links. And because the fight was already happening, I was trying to like, oh, be quick. And yeah, I probably got some unpleasant things on my computer. I ran all kinds of software. I even just like wiped the computer and tried to reinstall Windows, but reinstalled it and the problems are still there. So I've obviously not done a good job of it. So I'm going to need somebody who actually knows what they're doing to look at it. The problem was the shops and things have been shut, so I'm probably going to. I've got a decent backup computer upstairs, so it's not going to inconvenience me to probably get this computer to the shop in the next few days and see if they can restore it to its former glory. No, with a jack 8. I normally have done a how did I do last month video by now, with the month ticking over the bank holiday weekend and my wife being at home all the time. That's not been possible. Just to let anyone who's interested know, and I suspect most of you aren't, but it's nice for me to brag about it because it was a good month. I made between £1,200 and £1,300 in April across Sky and Unibet. I made 800 plus on Sky. That did include some tournament success, but also some tournament failures. I'm not entirely sure how much was tournament and cash, but I think it was maybe 200 or so profit from tournaments and 600 or so from cash. I think on Unibet I made, again, I'm not sure the exact numbers, but from my back of a fag packet workings, I made between 400 and 500. So it was a very, very good month. The Unibet games are okay if you play at certain times. Now, what time is it now? 11:28 in the morning. If I was on Unibet now, the games wouldn't be great. There wouldn't be many in the pool. If you play it late at night, then the games are much better. But I've been finding if we table start on Sky at the same hours, the games are much better on Sky. So, first of all, I was thinking maybe, just checking back here, I don't think he calls it worse very often. Maybe he does actually, he's the blue tag. So maybe that was me just being a bit lazy and not wanting to think about a value bet size because I was too busy talking about other stuff. So yeah, I mean, I thought Unibet maybe would be my main site this month, but I don't think it's going to be now. I think the reason I played so much there last month was just the convenience. You log in, it's got the player pool, and you just like join tables, and you can instantly be like 4, 6, or 8 tabling. So from a convenience point of view, it's a good option, but it's lazy compared to if I just like set my stall out on Sky from around 10:30 at night. Joining good tables if there aren't many good tables to join, which can sometimes be the case. Just being patient and table starting. That's going to be better for me. It can sometimes be, like you want to get going, you're up to play, you're fired up, you want to get your session going, and then the first half an hour of your session can be you just 1 or 2 tabling. It can sometimes feel like it's then like hard to get going and kind of like have a stutter start, if you will, rather than getting straight into it. But that's just a mindset thing. It's going to be far better for my bottom line. If I played all of my hours on Sky this month and put a good shift in for the month in terms of hours played, and on a good month I could make 1,500. On a bad month I could make 500. And just no chance. There's 0% chance that I would have a losing month. Just no chance whatsoever. Paying him off here, and we win anyway, so we won't pay him. There's just, it's just not going to happen that I'm going to have a losing month. Whereas if I played a full month on Unibet, I think I'd be maybe most I could expect to win would be like maybe 600 to 800. Could easily have a break-even month or just like 200. So I think overall it's just a better idea to play on Sky. I just need to get my head around the fact that when traffic's low, you've got to be patient and just accept that traffic's low. Maybe just so I get going, like do what I've done here. Right, there's 230 NL, so let's play them. I didn't want to just 2 table. I opened sat some 20 and 30 NL tables. Nothing happened for 10 minutes, and I thought, well, I need to get going. I need to make the video, so I just sat some 2 10 NLs. I don't want 10 NL to be on my like. I don't want to be playing a lot of volume at 10 NL. It's just not a good use of my time. But if it helps pass time at the start of a session, whilst I continue to scan the lobby, or just have an open table sat somewhere like to the right. So where I have a 10, I'll move 2 30s, 2 10s, and then open sit 2 tables. And the minute I get action at one table, lose one of the 10 NLs. It's probably going to be a good way to go. I do want to overlimp this ace-9 suited or isolate. I think we just want to overlimp in this spot. Don't think making it 8x is going to achieve isolation as frequently as I'd like it to. I think from buttons, we would have gone for the isolation there, but with 2 players to go behind us and the blinds, then I think overlimping's better in this exact game dynamic at this exact table. So now we picked up a pair to go with our flush draw. Again, absolutely no good reason to raise. We've got a straight here, but ace makes a bigger straight. And we do not get there on the river. Hopefully this guy just checks now. We can only call super tiny bets. Fold our weak straight here. 240 is not a size I want to call. You don't get rich in these games by paying people off when they've gone bet. This guy's now betting 40. He's just betting small enough to just keep milking us. He's probably going to bet like 70 on the river, 80 maybe, and we're just going to have to embrace the decision. He didn't even bet the river. Okay, that's fine. We don't mind that when we got the second best hand. So we made this 180 pre. I think we'll make it 210 on the flop. And instantly take it down, which is a little bit disappointing. But as I said earlier, this fellow does appear to be playing pretty fit or fold. This would be an open for me normally at a normal table. I'm going to do something lots of you might hate. I'm just going to limp it. Because if I make it like 3x there, I mean, everyone's just snap folded, but we could easily just have like bloated the pot significantly and been out of position to multiple players. So we just play that hand super weak and just not care that we played it super weak. No one's exploiting us there. And yeah, the job at this table is either see cheap flops and hit home runs, and with our better hands, just make enormous isolation raises, try and get someone heads up and stack them. It's an incredibly basic hammer and chisel strategy, and it's hands down, in my opinion, the best one for tables like these. There's just no reason to make life difficult for yourself. Just play your hand, just absolutely face up, and nobody cares. Everyone's just here, having a good time, playing a little bit of poker, enjoying themselves, just wanting to see flops, etc. No one's going to start being like, "Oh, Reggie's limped." I mean, no offense to any of these guys, but they're probably, even if they were starting to think that, Reggie's racing sometimes, limping some other times. So, how can I exploit that? It's not going to be how they're just going to notice that I'm limping, and they're going to be like, "Oh yeah, he's limping, so he must be weakish," or "He's raising, he must be stronger." But they're still going to play their hands most of the time the way they would play them, anyway. If they want to see a flop, they're going to see a flop. If they've got, say for example, this guy's got a 10-9 suited. If I raise, he's going to call. If I limp, he's probably just going to still call. So, yeah, if there was tough regulars behind, there's no way you could get away with that, and there's no way I would try to. And maybe lots of you will think it's still bad. I'm a long time past caring what other people really thought of my game. I do the things I do. It works for me. Is it all optimal? Not even fucking close. Is it incredibly exploitable? Absolutely. Do I believe it's up there with the best ways to make money in these games? Yes. Well, obviously, clearly I do, or I wouldn't be doing it. Just have a small stab here with the nines. I think we'll soon find out if someone has a king. And we're going to give D Hardy credit for having a king here. Not really care very much if he doesn't. We don't get to find out, sadly. But I'm back loving. I mean, I'm loving Sky at the moment, and I don't think it's just because the games are good. I think plenty of it is just like there's a really, really cool Discord community amongst the Sky community, and it's fun, it's engaging, it's very supportive. They do a lot of work together. They troll it. It's just really nice. So being part of that community and being part of the games is just really, really good. I guess we're calling here against this dude. We did check back the turn because I was too busy not focusing. Don't love it, but we call and we are right to. Not really concentrating very much at the moment. This guy was betting smaller earlier with a pretty weak hand. If he bets small again, I think we can make a case for raising. When he doesn't bet, we're just going to bet pretty small ourselves. Hope he pays us with like 9x or something. Hope not to get raised here. If we get raised, we're always fucked. Excuse me. So yeah, the Sky poker community is fuck it. I'm going to trigger some people and limp again. I don't think I should limp this, but fuck it, we're doing it. It's really nice, and it just it's all coming together nicely at the moment in terms of helping me really, really enjoy poker. Now we're going to limp call with King Jack off. There you go. Eat that, chat pros. Boom, we got a pair and a straight draw too. Call. I don't want to bet too big here. Over limping here. I think we've got ourselves in trouble at this table, ladies and gentlemen. We have a pair and a straight draw, and we're going to need to hit our straight to win, I would imagine. And we're going to try to, because we're getting ridiculous odds. And there's a straight. So isn't that just wonderful? Now we just hope we're not up against ace king. Given this guy's the aggressor, we're just going to call again and hope he raises. He doesn't. Now the board pairs. This hand is just a monumental clusterfuck of ineptitude. We have flopped a full house down here. I don't even know what to fucking do here. I don't even know. I'm just going to call and hope he doesn't fucking raise, because if he does, it'll stink. Going to go very big here and hope this dude has an ace. Now we're going to hope he doesn't have. What a fucking absolute disaster of a few fucking minutes. I mean, that's worked. So that was fucking rubbish. Everything about that hand I played at table one was fucking shite. But due to the way poker sometimes rewards ineptitude, go me! We won the fucking pot. So happy days. This is just an absolute disaster over here. We're going to pay off his quads. No one knows he's going to have queen 8. Well, I did tell you it was going to be, some action in the video. And didn't promise it was going to be good by me. That King Jack, what an absolute fucking mess the entire fucking hand was. And I wasn't even focused through it because I was too busy yapping. Yeah, that was fucking shit. That's what it was. But yeah, hey, we won. So go me. You want some coaching? Come and pay me. I could coach you at a limp King Jack, make straights, and then misvalue. If that's your fucking thing, if that's what you want to learn how to do, then come and fucking get it. Right, here we are going to go with the Matt Bates endorsed big boy raise. And we take it down, which is just fine with ace jack off. Picking up 4 and a bit blinds of dead money, or 3 and a bit blind, whatever it was. It was small blind, weren't we? So yeah, 3.5 blinds of dead money, I think. Not going to go with the big boy I saw here. Just going to go with the complete. His play isn't reloading, so for now he's going to get the green tag, which is my tag for someone who's not really a serious regular. Trying very hard not to say derogatory things because I don't want to upset anybody. Well, I love upsetting people, but it would upset me more if things went a bit tits up for me. Guess we're going to start by betting. I always find these spots tricky because I never know when to fold. I want to fold now, but we can't because we might still have the best hand once in a while. But when... No, we're just going to fold now. I mean, this guy looks very excited by his hand. And earlier, when he was a pre-flop raiser, he didn't get too excited, so he looks very excited. Maybe he's bluffing me there. Maybe he's got one through. If he has, then well played, sir. Good for you. Well, this guy called with Queen 8 earlier on ace king, so we're still going to value bet our queens here. We're going to keep value betting our queens until he tells us not to. Never mind. Never mind. You got ace king. Nice read. Nice hand. Reverse of 5-6 here. We've unsurprisingly got many callers and we've flipped a gut shot. I am absolutely not c-betting. We turn what we're going to treat as the nuts for the time being. Well, isn't that river just something we all want to object to? There's no betting our hand now. I mean, we might still win. Doesn't feel super likely, but we might. We do still win. But it was a very disappointing river. Just put the deuce of clubs up and let me value bet. Don't make life more complicated than it needs to be. 3-6 offsuit, that's worth 15 pence of anyone's money. Not anymore. Shout out to Craig CU12, who won a tournament on stream last night, by the way. It was delightful to watch about 2 in the morning. His celebration was just a thing of pure joy. Craig does have autism. He's on the autistic spectrum. He does very well, considering he's a winning player and is living with that condition. And his celebration was just pure beauty. If you go and search Craig CU12 on Twitch, I don't know if it's up as a VOD, but if you skip to the end of it, if it is there, you skip to the end of it, you will. I'm sure you'll agree that the celebration at the end is it's just beautiful. It really is beautiful. It's just the pure joy, his reaction. It's just fucking fantastic. And I guarantee you, if you watch it, it will improve your day. It genuinely will improve your day if it's still there. I did record it in case it does disappear, in case anyone from the Sky Discord missed it and they want to share in Craig's joy. So if it's not there and Craig allows it, I will put it up on my channel because it was genuinely, and I say this without any sense of like sarcasm or anything. It was just fucking joyous to watch. It was just the pure elation from him. And to be fair, it was a tournament where financially didn't really matter to him. It was only like a $5 tournament for Craig. That's low. And the profit he made wasn't huge compared to some of the tournaments he does play. But just the sheer elation of winning, that was a bad call, by the way. The sheer elation of him winning was beautiful. It really was. It's if you're having a bad day, watch it and promise your day will get better. Right, this table's gone three-handed, which I'm not a fan of in general, playing short-handed. And there is a 20 in our table, which I might be able to join. It's four-handed. There's more money at the table. And we're going to join that and just leave this one. Don't even care about weight of my blinds and shit. Do not give a shit. We're just out. And we are in here instead. I hate you, Butler. How are you, sir? I haven't seen you for a while. Someone I've spoken to quite a lot down the years. Nice fellow, nice chap. And now he's just left, which is even nicer because we're playing three-handed again, but we're not playing with somebody who looks like they might be a regular at lower stakes. So we're now playing three-handed at slightly higher stakes against two players who look like they're not super committed to studying the game. And now we're heads up, which is unfortunate, but we'll see what happens. My heads up game is laughable, but who knows? Maybe Rabbit's heads up game is laughable too. Or maybe Rabbit will just fuck off and we'll end up just 3-tabling. Because there's literally nothing else going on in the Sky lobby at the moment. Keep this up with the bet, with the open ender, backdoor flush, etc. I think we're probably going to barrel a turn. This is a spot I talked about yesterday quite a lot in the Discord group, and where I quite routinely am betting with these types of draws, 2 streets, and then giving up when we don't get there. I'm not sure I'm always choosing the best boards to do it on. I think that board's fine. If it's a double flush draw board, maybe it wouldn't have been. Yeah, that line hasn't been working out too well for me lately because I've just not been getting there when I've been doing it. But I'm still happy with the line on that board texture. Perhaps on some of the board textures I'd be less happy with it. Yeah, my heads up game is not even close to good. I'd say my heads up game is probably like 2 out of 10. I'm just going to keep checking here with the 4. I'm probably going to have to call river if he bets because it looks like we have absolutely nothing and we at least have a little bit of something. I expect to lose here a lot, but we managed to keep the pot small enough. Oh, he just had 3 jacks with a ace kicker. That's a good hand. That is a good hand. It's going to get the money most of the time. King 8. No, not today, thank you. Not today. Going to limp the pocket 4s. Hey, just going to let the ace no kicker go. I mean, it's going to be really hard to. We're not going to have the best hand now, but it's going to be really hard to get to showdown and have the best hand if bets keep going in. And there's an awful lot of truly diabolical turns and rivers and runouts for us. And we were duly fucked. And we've rivered a set here, which is pretty nice. This guy's clearly got somewhere to be. This guy keeps 4xing buttons like it's his favourite hobby. Rabbit doesn't seem like he's an especially loose player. So probably isn't going to be the most exciting heads up ever. Pocket 3s. Well, this table's not as soft as this one here is not as soft as this one, so we're going to raise the 3s at this table. We're 1 position later, and there's 2 orange tags, not 1. So we'll go with the raise rather than the limp. Rabbit appears to be about as good at heads up as I am. It's not the most enthralling heads up value we'll ever see. Just keep checking with the 3s. We have showdown value. I don't think Rabbit's going to be long for this game. It looks like he's taking his time a little bit. I'm probably just hoping that the The table fills. Limpy woo, limpy woo, with the 4 or 5 of the same colour, which is a very pretty hand. Sadly, we don't really connect again. We connect on the 5, sorry, which wasn't really what we were looking for. Not folding for a min bet. Croc Eyes appears to enjoy hitting the min bet button quite a lot. We've turned trips. Not the best trips we could have turned. This guy's just posted, so we're going to go with the oversized raise. We're going to raise our trip 5s here now. Hope not to get 3 bet, because that would stink. And we're going to value bet our top pair pretty big here. Queen shouldn't change much. And we're just going to bet again and call it off. He can have worse hands, draws, etc. And if he jams, then good for him. He's going to win all of our money. Well, not all of it. He's going to win. He's going to get the double up anyway if he somehow has us beat. And congratulations to him. Rabbit wakes up with a raise. He hasn't done that too often. Well, we can't fold to a min raise. Turn an open ender. We're just going to keep checking. Not super incentivized to bet. I think probably not going to fold very often. Even if he's checking back ace high, etc. We would have a really bad straight. We're just going to check call. Unless he bets like 3 times pot or whatever. And he doesn't value bet a bigger straight. So yeah, confirmed rabbit. Similar ability to me, heads up. Which is not a compliment. Flop a top pair here in a weird squeezed pot. Not loving anything about this situation, but fuck it. With the 10s, I think we're going to kick it off with a small C bet. Not really going to be of a mind to fold, I don't think. And then we're just going to call all in here when he jams. And be ahead. Happy days. Happy days. So we're nearly at the end of the video, and it's been a decent little session. We haven't been put under any pressure. We've made a few bob, and this is just a really good example of how I go about my business. Usually, just find tables that aren't cram full packed with regulars, and just play what is basically a pretty basic game that kind of keeps me out of trouble, but also doesn't prevent me from getting value with at the top of my range. Yeah, this is just how we do things. This is how we do it in my house. We just get into good games and try not to make any fucking huge blunders. Flopping the nuts is usually going to work to help us win big pots. We're going to bet about 180 here and shove rivers. Nice clean run out. We like that. Hope not to get raised here because that would smell. We didn't, and we chop it up because it appears rabbit doesn't like value much. I think he maybe could raise there, maybe not, but early with the Queen Jack straight. for sure missed an opportunity to value bet. Given he doesn't like value betting, I think we're going to have to start doing a lot more of our own donkey work when we flop something half decent. I'm not sure if 180 or 210's better against this player, but don't suppose it makes an awful lot of difference. Not going to chase our straight here. I don't think. This guy's going to bet 60 pence. We're going to call. He doesn't. We get to see a free one. How about a nice 9 of diamonds, please, dealer? 3 of diamonds. Not bad. I'll take it. Poster up here, so we're going to do 4x. And we're just going to keep checking. And we are probably not going to win. Again, just a small bet with the queens for very thin value. And we're going to go small again on the turn for even thinner value. And we are going to check back rivers. Unless he bets. We beat the 7-5 here. We have the open ender. We're going to go small. We turn the straight. So just going to keep on the smaller side, I think. Just like try and get value from his one pair type holdings. Which we got value from something. I don't know what, but we got value from something. Good shot up here. Let's see, bet into Biddly Burr, someone I'm relatively familiar with. He puts a raise in, which is very rude of him and not particularly friendly, to be honest. I mean, it's just flat out rude. It's just fucking rude. I mean, fuck off, stop it. There's just no fucking reason to do that. You know, why would you do that to me? I mean, I wanted to see the next card, and you raised me. That's not fair. But we are pretty much at the end of the video. I'm going to continue playing, I think, for a short while. Do have some stuff to do later, which is a ball ache because it's going to involve me almost certainly driving to Blackpool to pick up the fucking car that's been causing us problems that the Blackpool people say they've fixed. I mean, our mechanic had it 10 days and he couldn't solve the problem. And they appear to have fucking fixed it in 4 hours, according to them, just by flushing the engine, which my mechanic, when I spoke to him this morning, said, nope, that probably won't have worked. But I don't care. I mean, we'll go there, we'll pick it up. Hopefully we'll manage to get it all the way home before it breaks down again. And then when it does break down again, they can just have it back and I'll take my refund. I'm just pissing around going through a process to get to the end point, which hopefully is just return the car and give me the majority of my money back, you fucking bellends. So yeah, I don't have much time to play poker today. I've got some things to do, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. I certainly enjoyed making it. We've made a few pennies. What have we done? That made about 10 down here, 25 here, maybe 5 or so there, and 3 there, yeah. So it's been a good session. Made about 30 quid or more, which is pretty damn nice. And take it for the 45-minute morning session. And the next time we don't have anything interesting going on, we'll call it a day. I think we're probably going to see better here with our good shot on our backdoor clubs. Okay, we're not going to see bet because he's decided that probing a 1 bet for pot is the way to go. So good for him. And that's that. End the video. Hope you enjoyed it, everyone. Take care. Hopefully I'll do at least 1 more of these this week in the morning. And yeah, don't forget, if you've got this far, don't forget to like, the subscribe, hit the bell, etc. And we'll see you again later in the week. Take care, everybody, and goodbye for now.